Yeah, she said.
Filipino.
Yeah, she said they didn't allow the kids to make them their kids.
Right.
It's a Filipino idiom.
It sounds better in Filipino.
Well,
English, it just sounds kind of.
That's the way many things are from Filipino to English. Well,
Don't make me a kid, please.
here's one that's not. Let's jump into the land of dawn. That's our last matchup for the day for week 4, the mid-season point of our regular season here. Is it going to be Team Falcons or will it be Aurora as they go and finish off the day? Now, starting off in game number 1, we got Flap getting a good look at this amazing skin that you don't see too often. I mean, Tarizla being the debut pick here, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this. Also, take note the focusing mark on Few for this Angela.
I wonder how it's going to go in the first big fight that we're going to be seeing, honestly. I mean, I think I like the Tarizla because it just clears waves really quick.
Wow.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch.
You here asking Oakland, give me the revitalize.
Yeah.
Please.
Kite bursted.
Heal me.
That's not the best look though. That early on, you take that much damage.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of worried.
100% that's the risk that you're playing with as an Angela in the mid lane up against a Hayabusa. Well, actually, the risk for any mid lane you're playing up against a Hayabusa.
There's plenty where that came from.
Yeah.
Because look, Renegade and you are just pushing it forward. And here comes Demon Kite.
Yikes. You know, we saw this though when Team Falcons picked up the Hayabusa for Kyle Teasy before. Oh, mid lane.
Oh, Kyle Teasy looking to finish the job. Fight, retribution, just as quickly. Kyle, the young phenom, scores 2.
All right, they got it.
All right, big trade there for Falcon. By the way, Flap TZ actually has a rupture on him. So that should help out with the damage a little bit, especially up against that focus early on. Super Marco having a hard time in lane against Dom and Kite, who's winning the laning phase so far.
Yeah, eventually, I don't know. I would love to see a shift where we don't see so much Harith, but that seems to just be the go-to pick right now. Still working through it. This turtle is up now. Aurora will get in position. They're still waiting for Yue to have that level 4, so they got that Nether Realm. Demon Kite working on his buff will grab the orange, and Kyle Teasy is in position. So neither team really wanting to just push it in yet.
Yeah, Yue level 4 already. This might be tough. Ah, okay. Good thing that Demon Cat actually went to his purple buff first because Falcons were playing for an invade angle. Now they have to respond to Kyle.
Forcing out a retribution. Who got it?
We'll see. It could be...
I think Kite got it.
Yeah, Kite still got his purple buff.
Okay, but that means no retribution for both of the junglers. That's a double delay.
And much better for Aurora. They can just go ahead and take this turtle as the pathing of Kyle TZ calls for him to be in the orange buff. Flap TZ should just back on out of here, or he's going to get punished down by Edward. And we're not going to be able to kill him though, but Flap TZ does take a considerable amount of hits.
Oh! Ogwin here, surviving, but only for a second longer. Here comes the hard guard by Few. Coming through, can Kyle TZ come in right at the moment, dashing through, retribution, slowing down Yue. Just not enough space for Falcons to finish the job.
Is that why it's called the nice one, baby?
Oh, yeah.
Was that the epitome of it right there?
Knowing Flap TZ, that's probably what he said. Phew. Well, Ogwin, knowing Ogwin, that's what he said. Nice one, baby.
I'm surprised, man. I thought he was going to go down surely there. Renegade, too, you know, as he builds up on this Badang. Yeah. What's the best? What do they usually go for now for the Roam Badang
to belt.
hero?
It's always to belt.
It's always the Thunder Belt.
Yep. Then after that, the Oracle, most likely, really just maximizing the cooldown reduction. Then you go for the other items. But there are some who go for, like...
Kyle TZ gets caught up. Fist break there. Yue pulled him in the same position. Aurora, I reckon the reason why Renegade went for the cooldown boots first is because they really want to snowball.
Yeah. See that rush right there, too, the flask. Now picked up 4, Few. First item already locked in.
The healing tool. Demon Cat already has his first item, Hunter Strike, fully built. And I like how Yue and Renegade have been playing in the center of the map. Like the Shadow Stampede of the Pharaohs has been setting up for Renegade's fist breaks.
Which is perfect because not a single Purify for Team Falcons. Yep. So it's easy to punish them.
They get control, they play under it.
I think that's why they just want to go ahead and play around how much sustainability this lineup's going to give them. You know, we saw a preview of the Angela, but it was paired with the Alice, you know, last week. in the hands of Twisted Minds, and it ended up working out pretty well, especially later towards the game. But Ogwen's going to take a couple shots.
All right, behind that wrist break, he's trying to lay down the glorious pathway, slowing down Demon Knight. Another Hearthguard coming through. Kyle Easy this time, going to receive it. Shadow kill by Demon Kite. Down goes Ogwen. Nothing so far for Falcons. Down goes Flapteezy. 2 for none the trade. The Northern Lights shining brighter than ever. Salmon forced by Super Marco. Not enough damage. Trying to take down Edward. Oh, he's going to dunk on Few. Few flickers out to survive. But Edward gets a flicker of his own.
He thought he was safe, but Edward committing the flicker to secure the kill. Falcons will lose their center of the map, and Aurora will be taking a commanding lead after 5 minutes. A good angle for Aurora to snowball on out of here. As that fight was started, it was a 5-man already for Aurora. Super Marco was still managing lane, and Falcons fought that.
Back in. And as we catch up, we're 6 minutes into the game, 2-4 right now. Aurora leads with a hefty lead and almost 4,000 gold.
Yeah, early on, not what Team Falcons wants to see, considering they're playing around a Joy and Harith. Looks like, as you can see from the player cams right now, of course, are Marshall's very quick to hop on the situation right
later.
I don't want to jinx it yet. Let's just wait and see.
Let's wait and see.
It's real.
Once we get past, all right, I think we're at 6:30.
We
should be good. We're locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in. All right, let's
So
go.
there was a little bit of time elapsed since then because Fio's already respawned.
Yeah. When we got back in earlier, it was at 6, and now Flap's in trouble.
Oh no, that's 3 members of Aurora looking to sandwich him. Gets pushed back into the wall, forced to use the penalty zone, into the fist break. That's all she wrote for the Filipino cannon.
Oh, Flapteezy, actually, I think he was supposed to be a recipient of a hard guard, but the Demon Kite in the middle lane actually forced the hard guard to get transferred onto Super Marco, who was getting blasted by Demon Kite.
All this off cam.
Yeah, all of this happened off cam, so that's why Flapteezy immediately lost the arrow on top of his head and he was taken down.
Huh, interesting. So right now it's Team Falcons just trying to struggle and find some flight room. Oh no, Few.
Gonna get the hard guard. Where is it? Did not go down. Oh, all right. Went home.
Yeah,
Flickered away. He's safe.
Yeah, he flickered away. But it's not looking good right now. You know, it's Aurora really getting everything they want. They're winning a lot of these fights. They're pushing off Team Falcons from these objectives. The last turtle of the game.
Oh, that hurts.
The jump in. The answer. Penalty zone plus glorious pathway. In comes Kalkizi from the back. Another round. Down goes Flap. Demon Kite just wailing away. Into the Zaman Force they go. Ogwen goes.
Oh.
Demon Kite gets popped by Kyle Teasy. But they're not done. Marco goes down. And so does Kyle Teasy. And all that's left was Few. Falcons spent so much for so little.
Yue was a star in that fight. He was very clutch with another realm, at the same time committing the flicker plus the Shadow Stampede to ensure that he would get the pullback and securing the kill onto Kyle Teasy. Just built up the Holy Crystal here, but this is going to be a very, very tough climb back for Falcons. You see, Kyle Teasy had the hard guard on him. That NetherRealm bought so much time for Aurora. Super Marco trying to fight under all of that, but Edward is able to lock in on him, taking him down, securing the triple kill. And Aurora just showing yet again why Edward is undefeated with his Phobius 5-0 walking into the arena today.
Yeah, he's undefeated, picked it up multiple times, and the NetherRealm is clutch, like you mentioned. It's literally that. That is enough to go ahead and survive a lot of that front-loaded damage that comes out from electrifying beats. And as soon as it's gone, they lose so much of their firepower right now. So if you're looking at Team Falcons and how these team fights are going, they need a lot of time to be able to actually get the itemization they need to get through that NetherRealm, to get through a lot of that just potential that Aurora has right now.
And when you have time to go through, literally walls of meat, all the more Edward becomes more painful. He's doing something that not a lot of Fovi are doing. He's building War Axe early. He's dealing a lot of damage.
The multiple versions of Fovi.
Yep. I think he decided to go for the War Axe because he knows he has the NetherRealm to work with anyway. That's where he's going to get his sustainability. And of course later on when there's a natural sustainability, just being able to spell vamp anyway.
Yeah.
So hurt them so that he stays alive. That's what he's working with. And Aurora just are going to be playing with this Moskov around the map. It's going to be Angela managing the far wave push, while Falcons will just see and hope that they can win a team fight, because that's their main condition, win a team fight.
Now they're just going to give the go on the Lord now. Dark Wave's going to be pushed in. Edward.
Forcing an answer. Look at this. Oakland drops the Glorious Pathway. Kyle Deasy with a hard guard on him. They're going to take down Edward. They won't make it, and they do. The shutdown by Kyle Deasy. Demon Guy takes on Flap Deasy. Lord still standing. Renegade backing off.
Oh, the spear.
No one home for the spear. Kyle Deasy going through. Down goes Yue. Look at the back line. Demon Guy taking down Kyle. 2 for 1. The current trade. Way too much. The Hitman with the punches. Compromising Falcons once more. And that's a 4 for 1.
Oh, the punch man comes through. Renegade able to find the right placement, and that'll give them the green light to go ahead and secure the Lord now.
That was violent. That was aggravated assault, man. The flicker, fist break, fist crack, everything to lead to this. First Lord goes to Aurora.
Great team fight there, and it looked good too for Team Falcons. I was rather surprised, you know, they were able to get rid of Edward rather quickly, but then the rest of the team fight broke out, and Aurora played really well around being able to go ahead and push and pull. We're going to take a look at the replay here to see exactly what happened. Buff secured though there, so this is what we're talking about. They already took out Edward here. The spear is used.
That was big.
Yeah, and they just go in and for this, and they disengage, but then they come back because they see Dominkite could be in trouble too, and there it is, the perfect combo from Renegade.
He held onto that the entire sequence.
Yeah.
He saved that up. And again, the SOD for Dominkite landing and him deciding to go in actually messed up the team fight. The Falcons there a little bit. Although I feel like Aurora still would have won that even if it didn't hit.
Okay, Lord should go down here. It looks like they're going to keep their turret. So even though the shield went down earlier, this now on the top side will go down. Oh. They still hold together. Another wave's going to be pushing in, so this should be one base turret going down.
Glorious Pathway by Ogwin, helping defend. The conceal by Renegade. Zaman Force dropped in by Super Marco. Heart Guard coming up. Netherrealm the answer. Penalty zone by Flap into the back line, forcing them to reconsider the engage. Down goes Flap. Down goes Ogwin. And Dominkite inside the base, taking down bodies. The turret's still standing.
It was not the right angle for Kyle Teasy to go in, even though he had the hard guard on him. Decided not to commit the electrifying beast as the fight had gone way too in favor for Aurora quickly for Kyle Teasy to enter. Flap Teasy finally able to land a big penalty zone. Just unfortunate. The Super Marco was also brought low, and Dominkite had the right angle to send him back.
So maybe there's these little signs of brilliance where this composition is going to work for Team Falcons, but man, they're behind. It's a 10,000 gold deficit for them, and Aurora clearly riding on this momentum will be able to go ahead and push into the rest of the base if they want to. They can take the discipline route, wait for this next Lord. So there's a lot of catching up that needs to happen here. I mean, even especially for Flap, when he's able to get that multiple penalty zone off, it's got to have the follow through. It's going to have that follow up. This is a big item pickup though, at least for Super Marco. Gets the Holy Crystal now. But they still need plenty of time to catch up here.
The Oracle might help, considering that Ogun is playing around the Revitalize. He needs to be able to just soak up a little, significantly, not a little, significantly more damage, honestly. Blade Armor picked up actually by Flap Teasy, so should help against the Moskov somewhat. But there are...
Man, look at the damage dealt.
There's already a Malefic Roar for Demonkite. So if Demonkite decides to use the Shadow Kill onto him, it's actually going to hurt significantly more. And yeah, the Kite Brothers on top of the damage leaderboards. Winning a team fight at this point for Team Falcons is going to be so difficult. Yeah,
I mean, we saw this earlier, you know, where Monaco came back with a 10K gold deficit, or almost 11,000. So we'll see if Team Falcons can do it this time. But this is just going to be a Lord started up by Aurora. Demonkite will hold it together. Edward does pick up a Winter Crown, so he can play around, having that ability to go ahead and buy a little more time now on the Phobius.
Demonkite playing with range, pushing back, Flap Teasy. Lord gets fully reset.
Surprised they reset it there too. Let's just go ahead and scout out what they can. It's still finding Ogwin here. And Edward do the job. Here comes Kyle Teasy though.
Coming in with the hard guard into the back line. Ogwin with the Glorious Pathway. It's a big knockup. Netherrealm set in. So does a solid force. Look at this. That's a lot of damage into the back line. Down goes Edward. Kyle Teasy gets a kill. Down goes Yue. The rest of Aurora backing off Lord. They hold on.
Hey.
Slapped easy, man. He landed a big penalty zone.
And the Lord gets secured by the hitman, Renegade.
What?
Aurora with a steal of a lifetime.
The hitman indeed turns into the Lord secured man right now.
Kyle TZ did not have his retribution. He used it during the team fight, but Falcons continue to march forward to see if they can reduce the damage of the upcoming push somewhat. I believe that was just the first skill used by Renegade to secure that.
The most perfect punch.
That's a fist wind?
In the smallest
The fist wind.
of windows. The fist window.
The fist window.
This window and grabs it with that. That's almost in the sense of, I'm just going to throw this out there and see what happens.
Just maybe.
Saw the opportunity and threw the fist.
Okay, Lord's going to be worked on really quickly though, but they can make a play here. Spear!
SOD, Domikai does click it. Owen here gets pulled back. Does stay the course. Defending, keeping that tier 3 up top. Bottom does crumble. And Falcons only have one turret left.
They got that one turret left. This might go though, because it looks like they're going to crowd up here. Renegade conceals. Has an immortality too. Is going to be making a play under the turret.
Push pathway by Ogwin, slowing the push of Aurora. They do have one siege minion, so that is going to be the final turret taken down. Falcons have to deal with a bare base.
Aurora will just have to play around the minion waves, manage it well enough, allow Falcons to exit so they can have a chance to pick off and punish, as they will continue riding this lead. Full item locked in for Demon Kite, still waiting on the very last one there for Kyle TZ. For the gold laners, one more item as well on the wings for Super Marco, who already does have a Divine Glaive, so item isn't actually that big of an issue for Super Marco. But smartly enough, Dominic had actually built the Athena Shield as his last item. He will allow him to survive the onslaught of damage coming from Kyle and Super Marco.
Oh, we gotta watch out too. Earlier in that Lord fight, it was a really good penalty zone again from Flap.
Yeah.
And it was enough to actually just cut off the rest of Aurora from following through, and that's why Edward went down. So if he's capable of doing that again by the next Lord fight, that's something that Aurora wants to be careful of. Because remember, even that last time, they had a massive lead. It was 10,000 up to that point. It obviously went down. Now they've built it back up. So yeah, itemization is getting to a point where some of the items are being fully locked in, but still, it's Team Falcons trying to catch up. There's a Divine Glaive now for Kyle TZ. So this could also be pretty troublesome for Aurora, especially the way that Hard Guard was used last time. So that's why they're taking their time. Every time that Lord is up, even when you have a lead like this, Aurora is very careful on how they approach it.
And Aurora are protecting this massive lead they have again. Prior it was 10K, now at 8. Again, that's what proves that what Renegade did, the fist man, was barely a half step forward for Falcons. So luckily, Falcons have the tools to deal with this, right? They have the Angela, so they can play with the long lane, they can play with the short lane. But here's the thing, the damage profile doesn't spell well for Falcons. It's all magic.
Yeah, and then with this, you can see Dominkite waiting over on that side
Sneaky
of the map. We've seen this time and time again whenever the Moscows are picked up. Rest of Aurora will go ahead and start up the Lord. Dominkite still waiting patiently. He knows that Fuse can handle those waves, and he gets to show up with the ultimate, that spear. So he does show himself. They know he's there, and they're going to give the go on this Lord. It's at the corner of the health already, but he goes for a reset. Dominkite still in the base, putting enough pressure there. Still holding the Lord at half health. Edward taking a couple shots here.
Edward at half health, down to a third, force the flicker. In comes Kyle TZ popping.
Look at the base.
That electronic beats, and that is Few struggling, holding his ground. Super Marco gets hit with the SOD, down goes Flap TZ. Goes pathway, looking to repair the situation. The Salmon Force plus the Heart Guard. Edward pops the Winter Crown. The punch is coming through. Down goes Edward. Ogwin barely standing. Dominkite gets hit. The flicker forward by Super Marco, taking down Dominkite.
He's still alive.
No way.
He's going to go down. Oh, it's Renegade.
What?
Super Marco gets taken down by DK. A hard-fought battle. Aurora not letting his Lord go.
A back and forth in a bloodbath, and you almost thought Super Marco was going to be able to do it. But Demon Kite stops it from happening, and now they'll get the Lord off of it. But Kyle's still around the corner.
Unless Kyle is thinking, He's thinking.
He's feeling it. It's way too risky.
Got the hard guard.
Renegade.
Easy coming through, gets hit. Not gonna get stunned.
Oh, Renegade.
Trying to take the Renegade, another round, the answer. The shadow kill coming through. Easy goes down. The last Raider has the last laugh, and the Lord secured.
What a long sequence, and Aurora stands on top. Demon Kite has been tremendous this game. 8, 1, and 9, popping up at the right time. Only has 1 death, but all those 8 kills, all those 9 assists has been massive for Aurora.
Mind you, this Hayabusa has been nerfed, but the way that Demon Kite is playing it, I'd say he's pretty damn consistent so far.
The nerfs to Hayabusa were but in the early to mid game. Scaling-wise, he's the same assassin that has always been at the cusp of tier S meta. Ogwin gets hit with the SOD. Aurora coming in with the 6-man, the Lord. The Glorious Pathway coming through, Super Margo. Got the hard guard on him. Summon Force underneath. Down. Gets taken down by Demon Kite. And that's all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora at match point.